Good morning. It's Sunday, October 22nd, and I'm going to take you on just a little tour of what my studio looks like now that I've started to author a book. I wanted to start with this old chair that's about 35 years old, where I spend a great deal of time, too much time, honestly. But here's my workstation. I've got my graphics on the left for the book cover that I work on occasionally. This is what the finished print would look like in Adobe InDesign, and here's my work in process of me building the story. Right here is what my little scene sketch looks like. That is up here on the wall. This is my first novel called Escape, and each of these are divided into categories. So there's the setup here, there's the confrontation, and then there's the resolution, which is a pretty standard format for any novel. But each of these are in chapters. Like here's chapter 1 and 2 and 3, and these scenes. And then as I finish the chapter, I'll give it a green check mark as Sarah has gone through and kind of reviewed it, and we've kind of massaged it enough that it's ready. Then I'll give it another check mark indicating that it's ready. But this is, again, this is the first novel. And if you go on the opposite side over here, this is novel number 2 and number 3. Number 2 is on the left, number 3 is on the right. And this is how I begin, by just peppering the wall with all of these Post-it notes that look kind of like this, just random things that I want to include in the storyline. And that's what the prototype is of my finished first book, although that's just a dummy. And then over here, I've got calendars starting in 2073, which is when my story begins. Another calendar there. I include other things like the anatomy for a scene where someone attempts suicide. This is a map of the US so that I can have my character travel around the country. This is the Dallas-Fort Worth area and key locations within that area so that I can transport my character between places. These are my primary characters, although I have more of them now. This is the apartment where my main character Trace lives. I've got a couple of more things. This is a picture, or just a thumbnail, of my different characters that would be throughout the 3 different novels. And this statement is something that I try to remember. Sometimes it is prudent to present gospel principles outside the structure of the church. By so doing, you can help elevate others to higher ground from which vantage point they can see the true gospel light. I wrote that, I think, in 1998. So with that, this is where I spend my time. Take a spin. This is my war room for creating the story that I'm trying desperately to pass on to our children and grandchildren so that they can make wise decisions in this turbulent world we live in.